Rite. Tomare.
For inviting me to judge your show here today. Gonna start out here in class one. It's a great way to start. Great way to start your show. For me today, this is number 7. Come to the top of this class today. Heifer that quite handily does it for me. Heifer with extreme balance. Heifer with tremendous spring depth and openness to her fore and rear rib, and steps down on a clean flat bone on her thurls in a more advantageous position. That holds nothing against our number 6 here, coming out in second. Number 6 here, not the biggest heifer in the class, however, a heifer with tremendous style, heifer that shows a lot of femininity there through her head and neck, heifer that blends smoothly neck to shoulder, shoulder to barrel. Heifer you just want to give a little more strength and oomph to if you want her to move anywhere higher in the class today. 6 over for 5th. Again, she uses that femininity over this big, powerful heifer coming out in 3rd. 5th place heifer that shows a lot of correctness throughout. Heifer you just want to clean her up there over her rib cage. Heifer you just want to chisel up over her rump. But a very nice heifer in her own right. 5th over 4th, again, she uses that advantage in strength, power, and openness. steps down on a cleaner, flatter bone, shows less set to the hock when viewed from the side, and shows a more desirable throw placement. Here then, fourth over eighth. Heifer that shows a little more depth to her fore rear rib with more drop to her flank, and shows a little bit cleaner bone there through the hock. Next, 8 over 8, number 8 over number 1. Heifer that shows a little more stretch there through her midsection. Heifer with more power there through her front end. Next, one places over 3 today. Heifer that shows a more desirable throw placement, having her throw more centrally located between her hooks and pins, and shows a little bit more oomph there through her front end. Next, 3 places over 2 today. Track straighter on her rear legs when viewed from the rear. Congratulations to these exhibitors.
では上げるよう。いいよ、止めて。
Next, we're going to move to class 2. I'm going to start the class here with this really pretty balanced white heifer that shows a lot of spring depth and openness to both her fore and rear rib. Heifer that tracks out on a beautiful foot and leg. Number 2 places over number 4 today. Heifer that number 2 heifer just shows a little more stretch throughout. Heifer that's carrying a little less weight there through her hooks, pins, and thurls. Number 4 heifer is a very shows a lot of style, and that she uses that style to place over our number 5 heifer today. 4th over 5th again shows more strength and power there through her front end. Heifer that tracks straighter when viewed from the rear, and has more depth and openness to her fore and her rib. Next, number 5 places over number 3. She's just carrying a little less weight throughout. Cleaner over her shoulder, cleaner over her hooks, pins, and thurls, and is more nearly level from hooks to pins. Seeing the high pins here out on 3. And finally, 3 places over 1. As 3 shows a little more balance throughout, has more depth and openness to her fore and rear rib, and shows a more desirable set to her hock when viewed from the side. Congratulations to these exhibitors.
受賞者の表彰を紙同士との交換でお渡ししますので、放送席横の席までお忘れないよう受け取りをお願いいたします。出品
いいよ。
Next, we're going to move into Class 3. For me today, Class 3 number 1, I'm gonna win with her. Fairly handy winner. However, that shows a lot of poise, a lot of balance throughout. Heifer with tremendous power, tremendous spring depth and openness and power when viewed from the rear. So this one is going to place over number 5 today. She keeps her thoroughly more centrally located here than number 5. It shows a little more power throughout. Next, 5 places over 2 today. Heifer that just a little bit cleaner, sharper through her lines, heifer a little bit fuller in her shoulder, and shows a little less set to her hock when viewed from the side. Number 5 is also a little bit longer and leaner there through her head and neck. Next, 2 places over 7. 2 shows, 2 is a little bit stronger there in her loin structure, more nearly level in her rump structure, a little bit sharper over her shoulder than 7. 7's if you change your loin structure, this would be a very competitive heifer in the class. Heifer that I admire for her strength and style. Next, 7 places over 3. Using this advantage in style. Number 7 is a longer heifer throughout. Shows a little more stretch there through her midsection. Number 7 steps down on a cleaner, flatter bone with a little bit less set when viewed from the side and keeps her thoroughly more centrally located. Next, 3 places over 6 for having a decided advantage in spring depth and openness to her fore and rear rib, with more drop to her flank. Additionally, number 7, Additionally, number 3 shows a little bit, shows more cleanliness there through her head and neck. So yeah, 3 over 6. And finally, number 6 places over number 4. We're having a little more strength there through her front end and carries that strength back through her hooks, pins, and thurls. Number 4, very very correct heifer in her own right. Just like to see her move a little bit straighter when she's out on the move. Heifer, you just want to open her up there, especially through her rear rib, to move any higher in this class. Congratulations. Next, only one here in our class 4, but a great individual. This heifer truthfully could have stood some competition today, as she fits this pattern of balance. The heifer shows a very feminine head and neck, tremendous spring depth and openness, and walks on a great set of feet and legs. Congratulations. Next, we'll move into our junior champion class. Here for junior champion, going to give the nod here to our class 4 number 1 here. Heifer that exudes tremendous balance throughout. Heifer that is long, lean through her head and neck, steps down on a beautiful foot and leg, a heifer with tremendous balance throughout. For reserve junior champion today, gonna go with our Class 1 number 7. Let's flip over to that. Class 1 number 7. Again, heifer that fits the similar pattern. I just want to stretch her out a little bit in the pins and stretch her out a little bit more in her midsection to have her move up any more here in our junior champion class. And for high honorable mention, this Class 3 number 1 heifer, heifer maybe just want to clean her up a little bit there through her hooks and pins, but a heifer that really fits this balance theme that we're going for today. Congratulations to these exhibitors. Very, very nice heifer show today.
1分です。
じゃあ、いい感じ？
gonna go with number 5 as our winner here today. This is the heifer that showed those clean, crisp lines. You know, a cow there, very straight over her loin. Heifer that shows perfect balance, you know, and angle to her rump structure. Cow with a beautiful blending forerunner and great spring depth and openness throughout. She's gonna place over number 4 today by having more spring depth and openness to both her fore and her rib, and being a little bit stronger there up through her shoulder. Number 4 is going to place over number 1 today. As she shows a higher, wider rear udder there than number 1. You know, number 4 is a very balanced, nice young cow, and she uses that advantage in balance to place over number 1. A little bit more spring depth and openness to her fore and rear rib. A little more chest, a little more heart there through her front end. Next, number 1 is going to place over number 3 cow, as number 1 shows a tighter, smoother forward attachment with more venation there throughout. Number 1 has a little bit more spring there through her front end than that does 3. And finally, number 3 is going to place over number 2 today, as number 3 shows more uniformity in her rear quarter, shows a more youthful udder there than number 2. Congratulations to these exhibitors. Moving into Class 6. Going to start the class here with 6'6", fairly handy winner in her own right. Cow that's had many calves. Cow with tremendous bloom there to her udder, tremendous spring depth and openness to her fore and rear rib. A cow that fits the pattern of balance. Very, very beautiful cow. She's going to place over number 3 today. The cow, number 6 shows more nearly level in her rump structure today over number 3. Number 6 has a tighter, smoother border attachment there than does number 3. Number 3 again, very beautiful balanced cow, and she's going to place over number 2 today. Number 3 shows a more beautiful frame today than number 2. Number 3 shows a higher, fuller rear udder and shows a more ideal throw placement today over number 2. Next, number 2 places over number 1 today for showing more strength to her front end and more depth and openness to her fore and rear rib. Next, number 1 places over number 4. She shows more definition of seam and steps down on a cleaner, flatter bone structure. Finally, number 4 places over number 5 today. She shows more, as I prefer the T placement on number 4 over number 5, keeping her teeth more centrally located beneath each quarter. Here for Grand Champion. Going to go with 6'6" here. Ladies and gentlemen, this is why balanced breeding is so important. At 10 years, 7 lactations, this is a quite amazing cow. Regardless of where in the world she lives, you can paint her a bunch of different colors. This cow could handle some real competition around the globe. This is an incredible cow. Here for reserve today, gonna go with 6'3". Another one of these cows. Bred. She looks like she stood the test of time here, being in the older class. A cow here with tremendous front end strength and width. A cow that carries that width all the way back through her hooks, pins, and thurls. A cow that you really can't pick too many holes in. And for high honorable mention today, gonna go with 5'5" here. Cow, you just want to maybe take her rear udder up a little bit. Cow, you want to change the how she steps down on her feet, on her rear feet especially. Get her up on her toe a little bit. But a beautiful cow with a tremendous upside and future. Congratulations to these exhibitors. And finally, one Jersey heifer today. A heifer that fit the pattern that the Holsteins there did before. Very balanced heifer. Heifer with a long, lean head and neck. Heifer with tremendous spring depth and openness to both her fore and rear rib. A heifer that has long and wide through rump structure, beautiful heifer. Congratulations to all these exhibitors. It's been a pleasure judging your show. I wish I was able to get down there and meet a lot of you and talk cows with a lot of y'all. That's a very large passion of mine. However, this the online here, it looked to be a very nice way to do the show. Congratulations to all these exhibitors. It's been a pleasure. Thank you.